Hi guys, today's Intel Tech Tip will be about wheel alignment. So this is the infamous question, is wheel alignment done post-manufacturing or isn't it done? What should I do? When should I do it? Okay, I'm going to answer a couple of these questions and I'm going to show you inside the factory exactly what it is that we do. So number one, wheel alignment is set to a factory setting before it leaves Intel engineering. So there is a predetermined wheel alignment setting that we set the chassis suspension to before it gets to the caravan manufacturer. So we have no idea how much weight they are putting onto the caravans. We have no idea where the weight is distributed on the van. We have got a very good idea to which setting to have it at, to have you guys get it as close as possible. However, we do recommend that you take it to a professional technician to get it done professionally on the laser machines. So number one, when do you do it? As soon as you buy your van, as soon as you're able to. However, the wheel alignment is set very close and we have some guys who's towed our caravans with the wheel alignment factory setting for a very long time and had no problem. So what I'm going to do is I'll explain to you at the chassis exactly where we set it to. When we set the toes and camber on our suspensions, we have a 1mm toes in on a single axle chassis. On a tandem chassis, on the front suspension, we have 1mm toes in. The rear axle on a tandem, we have them at 0. So they are tailing exactly straight. The reason why is when you have them set at 1mm toes in, so naturally when you pull a caravan forward, what wants to happen? The wheels wants to open. So the front wheels is 1mm toes in, so as soon as you start pulling, they are pulling forward. Secondly, on the camber of our chassis, we set them to 1mm positive camber. So this is negative camber and this is positive camber. So we have them at 1mm positive camber. Imagine the weight still needs to come onto the caravan. Now you have load on your axles, the wheels naturally wants to straighten out. So that is how we align your chassis before they leave the factory. Now this is not guessed, this is not done with tape measures, this is done with lasers and levels. So what I'll do now is I'll demonstrate to you exactly how this exercise is done. So if you come with me, we can have a look at that. Now with this Tough Ride independent suspension, we have a cam on the inside and the outside of the chassis. So the cam located on the furthest outside face of your chassis, that is for tow. The one located on the inside of the chassis is for camber. Okay, so the tow cam that we have over here, when you adjust it, obviously the cam is adjusted. Now to give you a good idea, this is one of the lasers we use, and as you can see, it is mounted onto the hub. Now on this hub, when I get a measurement over here, this measurement is 344mm to the face of the chassis. So hub to the face of the chassis. The rear measurement here, if I take this measurement over here, we've got 345. So 1mm toes in on this chassis. That'll give you the perfect alignment for when you start towing, for them just to start opening as you pull the caravan. Now, moving over to the camber adjustment, we will now be using a square. So our square, you will not be able to do this once your caravan is built, as the square fits over the flat top of the chassis. Now when I have the square over the flat top of the chassis, I just get it fitted onto the hub like this. And now I can have a quick look here, and over the distance of the hub, I have 1mm at the bottom, which means again, it is the positive camber, which sits like this. So that is set to 1mm positive camber. Okay guys, this is just a rundown on how Intel does the pre-manufacturing wheel alignment. Again, we do recommend that as soon as you receive your van, book in your wheel alignment, get it done professionally, and making sure that all the weights are set up properly so you can hit the road safely and have as little tire wear as possible. Now guys, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.